Brother One Paul here. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit differently, and I've made videos about this, but that's the people would probably want to trade Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin. But what I've kind of uncovered is if you can trade another asset, and I'm going to use the S&P as an example, because the S&P, there's actually 4 ways of actually making money from the S&P other than just buying the stock. There's, Robinhood, Webull, and doing a Forex account with a USD base account and a Satoshi base account. Today I want to show you how to do this with a Forex account with a Satoshi base account, because you could actually end up making some pretty decent Satoshi, and as Bitcoin grows, it's going to become harder and harder to obtain more Satoshi. So this is like one of the methods, solid methods out there, to where you can make more Satoshi. Now, how you have to do this is you focus on the S&P and you trade the S&P, but your gains are going to be in Satoshi. So you have to create a Forex account and your gains will be in Satoshi. So I'm going to show you how to create that account, and then I'm going to show you some examples of how much you can make by focusing on trading the S&P versus just any other stock like Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is more volatile. So I'm going to show you the results that you can get by trading the S&P and making your gains in Satoshi. I'm going to show you doing this on a 0.01, and I'm going to show you doing this on a 0.10. And we'll look at a couple numbers, and we'll get a good idea on how you can accumulate more Satoshi versus just trading Bitcoin, which is more volatile. So my focus is more on learning how to read the S&P. So let me show you how to set everything up, and we'll look at some numbers. Okay, so the first thing you need, the recommended tools that you need for this strategy to work, to accumulate more Satoshi. You're going to need TradingView, obviously, to look at charts, and you're going to need TradeLocker. That's what we use to place our orders in. So let me show you the broker. And the broker for it that you need is OspreyFX. I have it in my Discord. So it's under my Discord under my resources tab. So if you go in there, you join my Discord and you click on resources, you'll see a link to Osprey right here, and then it can just set you up. I'll also put a link below in my description if you guys don't want to go through my Discord for that. But basically it's this one right here. You load that one up, and I'm going to log in real quick, and I'm going to show you how to set up an account. I'm going to show you how to set up a Satoshi base account so you can get started trading on a live account. So you can focus on what the S&P is doing, and you'll be making your gains. Okay, so once you create an account, what you want to do is you want to create a Satoshi-based trading account. So you want to go to accounts, you go up here to the top, you go to accounts, and you go here to the top here, and you're going to select this first option right here. And you're going to go to currency, select your currency, you're going to choose Bitcoin right here. And once you do, then you just set your leverage. I usually do 500. So once you do, you'll create an account. And once you're done with that, they're going to email you your login password to log in. And what it's going to be using is we're going to be using, it'll give you your login to TradeLocker, and you'll be able to use TradeLocker to make your trade. So basically, whatever assets you want, you'll be making your gains in Satoshi. But for the sake of this video, we're focusing on the S&P 500 and the kind of results that you can get from it. So first, now we know how to set you up. They're going to email you with your login password to access your account. So now anything that you trade, your gains will be in Satoshi. So once we have that set up, the next thing we want to do is kind of understand how much you could potentially make. So we're going to be looking at the S&P, and we're going to be looking at a couple examples. Now, once you have an account, you want to start, let's just start with 0.01 here. And right now the price of the S&P is about 588, and the market hasn't opened yet, but you can still see what's going on before the market opens. So from looking at this, the price is right now about 588, if we were looking at this on Robinhood, it'd be about 588. So what we want to do is we want to figure out how much you could potentially make in a trade. So what would happen if this went down by $1? So that's 587 that we would want to look for. So at a 0.01, we want to see how much we would make at basically it going to 587, which typically when you're doing it with Robinhood, it generally goes by $1 to $2 difference a day. So generally that's on average what you probably would make if you were trading on Robinhood. So the SPY usually goes about $1 to $2. You could usually catch $1 to $2. So that's like an average number. So how much Satoshi will you make by having it be at $1 difference? So we're going to go here. We're going to go to take profit. Prices around 570 right now. 570. No, it's actually, it's 588 right now, and we want to see what would happen if it went down by $1, basically. So 570 would be a $1 difference, and if you're doing this on Robinhood, that's like $100. But on the Satoshi, your profit would be at doing it at 0.01. You'd be making about 0.002 Bitcoin. $1 difference. A $1 difference now, that is 18,000 ticks. It takes 18,000 ticks to make 0.002. So that's $1 difference. All you have to do is focus on $1 difference, the same way that you're doing it on options, and you would generate 0.002 Satoshi, which is 200,000 Satoshi. So that is the equivalent to 0.002. If we look at that, right now, according to today's Bitcoin price, which is 0.002, is about $181 right now. And that fluctuates over time because the price always changes. But that's now that's with one lot size. Let's see what would take the same move, but we're going to be doing this at 0.10. So instead of doing 0.1, we're going to be doing 0.10. And that same move that is a dollar move, would return you a 0.02. So you doing this at 0.10 instead of 0.01, and that same move, which is just $1 difference, is going to give you a 0.02. That'll give you a 0.02. So what is 0.02 right now of Bitcoin? And right now Bitcoin's been going up, so that changes over time. But 0.02, how much is that? That's $1,810 right now. And that fluctuates over time. And let's real quickly see what would happen at $1 now. $1, which is basically 100x. Now, for this to happen, for you to do it at $1, you would have to have at least 0.03 Bitcoin in your account. But that $1 lot size, you're doing the same move. It's $1 difference. It's $1 difference. It's $1 difference, and that's what you focus on when you're doing options. So that $1 difference for this example here is 0.20. That's at a 0.20. You're doing the same thing. It's at a 0.20. So let's just see what a 0.20 is. 0.20. You're making at $1 lot size. You're making 18,000 a trade. Right now, the price fluctuates, but still. Now let's go one final step here, and let's do it at $10, which eventually maybe somebody can get to $10. Eventually, and you need to have 0.32 Bitcoin in order for this to happen. But you're doing the same step. You are doing the same step. You're doing $1. You're finding $1 with the S&P. And that $1 difference at 10 lot sizes here would get you 2 Bitcoin by finding $1 difference. So I just taught everybody how to create more Satoshi by trading the S&P. So once you understand how to do everything in Forex and how you can easily just scale, it's much easier to find a $1 difference with the S&P than it is to trade Bitcoin. So what you want to do now is you want to focus on strategies and strategies on the S&P that are actually where you find that $1 difference. We saw that on the charts, on looking at the lot sizes and the charts, by $1, 1.01, it got you 200,000 Satoshi. With the 0.10, it got you 0.02, and so on and so on. You could scale up your Bitcoin doing it that way. So it's much easier to find the patterns with the S&P than it is to trade Bitcoin. That is just my own opinion. It's much easier to do it this way than to trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin's more volatile. So let's just see if we can find that $1 real easy with one of my formulas right here. So we see a cross right here, and we were looking for a $1 difference. Basically, we're looking for a $1 difference. It crossed right here, so if we came in right about here, we'll see $1. Basically, it would have to go to 576 to 5. We need a 5.6. Where's 5.6? Oh, it's already hit right. I think that's what, right here? I think that's right about here. I think that's right about there, but I can't be wrong. Let's just do this on SPY. It's a lot more easier to see. Okay, so this is much easier to see on SPY, but it's basically the same thing. So what we want to look for is that dollar. We want to look for that dollar difference. So this is 575, 576 right there. It didn't take much of a move right there. So even if you stayed, and you stayed in through this whole profit right here, you'd be making some serious Satoshi. So all you have to do is focus on finding that dollar with the S&P. If you're really good at finding that dollar difference, this is my method of accumulating Satoshi. It's much easier to trade the S&P to make more Satoshi than it is to trade Bitcoin to make more Bitcoin, or any other asset out there, even gold and things like that. It's much easier to understand where the S&P is going compared to all the other assets out there. So it's much easier to find that dollar difference. And then what you could do over time is just scale your lot size, and you saw the numbers from doing it on Forex. But anyway, if you guys want the resources, you can. I only know the broker that I use. There might be other ones, but if you guys want, go to my Discord and my resources tab. You'll find a link to that broker. Other than that, I might put it below in my description for the broker. But you need TradingView, you need Trade Locker, and you need that broker to set this up. Now, in order for you to have an account, you would have to. What I do is I buy Litecoin, and I send it to the broker, and then I convert it over to that account. So Litecoin sends faster, so I use Litecoin, and it goes to the site and it transfers over. That's what I do. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.